a soulfully, a soulfully, a soulfully, a soulfully embodied practice, embodied practice, embodied practice, embodied practice, embodied practice,
My name is Jason Anderson. I'm 30 years old and I practice power yoga.
My name is Octavia Rahim. I'm 31 years old and I practice hot power, Bikram, and Vinyasa yoga.
My name is Mosiki Scales. I'm 42 years old and I practice traditional Hatha yoga.
My name is Kenda McAllister and I currently am practicing Bikram or hot yoga, and before that I practice Ashtanga.
How's everyone doing? My name is Raduka El. I'm 38 years old. I practice Ashtanga yoga as well as hot yoga.
My name is Dia. I'm 37 years old and I practice a Hatha Kundalini Ashtanga yoga.
I started practicing yoga through basketball. I played professionally overseas and I kept getting hurt actually pulling muscles. So when I came home, I went to the studio and started practicing hot yoga. And I practiced diligently and it's worked out very, very well for me. And that's how I got started.
So I was at the end of lots of things, the end of a year, literally. I think it was 2003. I was at the near end of college and the end of various relationships. And I just knew I needed to do something. And for whatever reason, the something became yoga. And I looked online, found 20 different studios, 20 different classes, and just kind of randomly said that class. And then I went to a class. And after my first class, I knew it was my practice, and I went straight for 45 days, every single day.
I got introduced to yoga by a woman that came to Tuskegee University while I was in college there, and she implemented a program through the student union, allowing for students on campus to engage in yoga practice away from the campus. So that was a short-lived practice, and since then I've gone to a few studios here in the Atlanta area.
I was introduced to yoga through my husband. We weren't married at the time, but I was an instructor, a group instructor, personal trainer, and I was actually suffering from inflexibility even though I was really, really strong. And one day I saw him stretching in the gym, and I asked him what kind of training he did, and he told me about yoga. And I started doing some investigation on my own, and it took a while for us to actually become friends because I was really just asking as a trainer. But I got with another person who was a yoga instructor, and he introduced me to Ashtanga. And initially I thought that yoga was a really, really passive kind of practice where you're just stretching, this meditation, and it's all zen and all that kind of stuff. And I really didn't understand the intensity of it. But he introduced me to the fact that it really requires a lot of body strength. And Ashtanga was the perfect yoga for me to be introduced to because it forced me to be strong, but it also forced me to surrender into the flexibility that comes from yoga as well.
I was introduced to yoga from watching different yoga videos as I was younger and my experiences with India as well as Africa. So I've always been an admirer of yoga and the practice of yoga.
I got introduced to yoga through work, actually. My boss forced me to go to a yoga class for a neck injury that I had. And she got me a pass to go to a studio in Decatur. And it actually helped my neck and shoulder so much that I started going regularly.
Yoga has changed my life in many ways. Not only has it made me mentally and physically stronger, but it's taught me also how to breathe correctly, to calm down and really focus and come in tune with what I'm doing, and limiting my distractions so I can get things done in a timely manner and to the best of my ability.
So I'm stronger in body, mind, and spirit. I'm way more calm. I'm more fluid, aware, and sensitive, compassionate, and happier.
Yoga has impacted my life in a very positive way. I stay busy with music, whether practicing or performing live. I stay busy in the classroom and with my family. Yoga allows for me to center, to get a sense of groundedness, and it's a very spiritual practice. So it's a space where you can really engage in a mind, body, spirit activity and sort of get out of the busy pattern of life. You know, engage in some breathing and stretching and come out feeling very refreshed after yoga practice.
How has yoga changed my life? That is an awesome question. Yoga, initially, the first thing that stuck out to me was the power of being submissive and feminine and going with the flow. And as a fairly small person, I feel like a large part of my life I've been learning how to assert myself and be really strong. And as a personal trainer, and having a small voice and having a small stature, what I really tried to work on for a long period of time was just asserting my physical strength. And in yoga, you can't do that. You have to really be able to relax. You can't force your way into flexibility. So that principle I applied not only to my practice, but to my entire life. The strength that comes from being able to be less resistant and being able to go with the flow. So yoga, again, helped my body, but it also helped my mental perspective and my outlook on the way that I approach things in life, and knowing that it's good to be strong, but it's also good to be able to go with the flow, and kind of learning the yin and yang of things and how it applies to every aspect of your life.
Yoga has changed my life in many ways. It just helped my awareness, it's helped my flexibility, my aversion to injury, and things along that nature, and just my overall ability of calm as well as relaxation. I would say that is the main things that have helped me.
Yoga has changed my life in so many ways. It has changed my body completely, just giving me more flexibility, more connection to my breath. But it's also helped me find a place of center and quietness that I don't think I would have had any other way. So it's sort of transformed my life from the inside out. Well, yoga is beneficial to all people of all kinds, but specifically to Black folks. I think we have so many health issues that could be answered by yoga, just by being more flexible, by having more connection to breath, by moving more. And also, so many of our other issues that are not physical could be helped by more meditation, more concentration, more peacefulness and quiet that yoga offers. So it's definitely beneficial to all people, but our people could definitely benefit from those things, I think now more than ever.
The main thing I want Black people to understand, and people of color, is that yoga is our art. It came from us. It was in ancient Africa, ancient Kemet, and all the way down to the Dravidian people in the Indus Kush Valley of India. This is our art, and I want people to understand that and to recover it. It can help us with many facets of our life to be more aware, focused, intentful, and courageous in our activity. Yoga will expand you in many ways.
Well, I'm Black, so I love Black folks. But I think yoga is, especially for Black folks, because we're such a passionate people and a loving people, and we have so much healing, I think, to do. And yoga requires you to be still. It requires you to get outside of your head sometimes, and like I mentioned before, be able to submit. And the breathing, the techniques that you learn, the relaxation, all that comes with it, and the strength, it helps you to balance all of that out. And I think that it facilitates a healing that needs to take place within Black community. And knowing your body, being able to be more connected to yourself as opposed to being so outward, is also definitely a benefit for practicing yoga. So I recommend it to anybody if you want to come to more clarity about who you are and how you relate and contribute to the world around you.
I think yoga would greatly benefit Black folks. Sometimes when I'm riding in my car, or even reading some of the statistics regarding African Americans, it seems as if there's always some issue regarding heart disease, high blood pressure, and there have been known studies that where yoga reduces high blood pressure, the stress level, and I think that it would be excellent for African Americans to engage in an active lifestyle and incorporate yoga into that lifestyle.
So I think being Black, being a person of color on this planet in America specifically, is incredibly stressful. Like, stressful in ways that we don't even know that we're tense and stressed and just holding lots of negative energy and emotion. And so I think yoga, the heart of the yoga practice, is to relieve stress and tension, not just on an immediate day-by-day level, but on a cellular level, a mental level, emotional level, spiritual level, ancestral level. I think yoga as a practice can just free up a lot of space and a lot of negative energy patterns that we've been carrying as a people.
I urge all my Black people to practice yoga. It's going to be great for you so you can understand what's important and what's not important, help you calm down, check your breath flow, make good decisions for yourself. Also, it'll help you come in tune with your diet. It's just well-rounded, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually and also emotionally. So come in and get this yoga.